Hi everyone, it's Sam, NFTstatistics, and this is your Proof Daily NFT Countdown. We're back in Colorado. People like the natural light from that place we shot in Mexico though, so I'm doing it in a different room. Different room, in my house, same house, more natural light. Let's go. I'm feeling a little sick. That's kind of what happens when you travel. But crazy morning this morning for me. Woke up, everything was normal, and then suddenly Wi-Fi stopped working. Then I went to a place down the street. Their Wi-Fi was gone too. It turned out everywhere within 50 miles, everyone 50 miles, everywhere had no Wi-Fi. Data wasn't working either. Nothing was working. So I'm running really late here today. We're just going to make this super quick so we can get it out the door. I know there's a lot going on, but let's talk about NFTs. Volume's basically flat over the weekend. Unique buyers does look like it's steadily rising, so that's nice to see. And the large cap index was up 5%. This was mainly because of gains on Friday. You can see here, this is daily returns. That Friday had the biggest single day move since November, more than 6 months ago, up about 5%. Mid-cap index basically flat over the weekend. Some strength in Psychedelics Anonymous and MFers. Now, what's driving that strength? Azuki has just been on fire. Floor recently gone from 15 to 17. It was at 13 before that. Captains, of course, just continues its stepwise move higher. I think both of these things have the two big C's. Community, lots of whales buying, people following on, people excited to be part of it, and catalysts. For Azuki, there's the June 23rd event in Vegas. For Captains, there's the meme launch of meme coin, which they did tease is going to be coming pretty soon. And I think that's really driving these higher. In terms of art blocks, past 24 hours, only Squiggles did more than 10 ETH of volume, had a 12.5 ETH Slinky sale, had a Subscape sell for 6.1 ETH, a Harvest for 5 ETH. And then here we have a Human Unreadable, which sold for 3.5 ETH. Now, prices are still up versus that bump we had after the last catalyst. That's Sotheby's auction, but volumes are down again. So kind of a little bit of this and that. Second thing to talk about, DeGods Tease, DID. Here is the image that Frank tweeted, calls it a link tree that helps you make money and friends. 3 components to it. The first, wallet, they're going to be able to authenticate to minimize security risks from Bitcoin, ETH, Polygon, 2, and Twitter. And this is the one people are talking about, the most excited about. If you authenticate that you own a DeGod or a Ute, you're going to get auto-followed from the Ute's account, from the DeGod's account, and they will unfollow you if you sell or if it leaves your wallet. Also, coming soon is going to be a one-button push where you can follow every other holder. This is what people are excited about. They think that this is going to kind of bring the community together. I think there's a little concern that Discord kind of takes people away from where the action is on Twitter, and this brings everyone together. And then third, they talked about an ID you always wanted. Not those ones you don't like. This one's going to be new. It's going to be better. I didn't really get that, but Frank always comes up with cool stuff. So curious what comes of that. That's coming soon. Here's the DeGods chart. The chart liked it. Floor over the weekend went up. It touched 10 ETH. Right now we're in like a little bit more than 9 ETH range. People talked about how DeGods flip mutant apes. I think they did for a second, but right now, last I checked, that wasn't the case. Anyways, moving on. A bunch of macro news. And we know that there's some news about the SEC related to Solana and Matic. We'll talk about that tomorrow. I'm in too big a rush to create new slides about that. Apple set to launch virtual reality headset on Monday. First major product in a decade. On the back of this, we saw a bunch of these coins rip. Sandbox, Mana from Decentraland, basically thinking, I don't really understand. I think like the idea of a virtual headset, a virtual reality, a new way to experience software, to experience the world. I'm not sure that makes NFTs run. That's just my view. Perhaps that's a little bit negative. Seems just what they're doing seems separate from the world that we operate. Oculus has a similar product with Meta. But maybe this will be better. I mean, Apple is in the hardware game. Meta in the past is not. So, will be interesting to see. Overall, that was a piece of news that came out, though, made some things rally. Atomic Wallet users were hacked for $35 million worth of Bitcoin, Ether, Tether, and other tokens. Zach XBT said something about how the single biggest account lost between the 5 biggest accounts, $17 million were lost. The single biggest account lost only $8 million. Not only $8 million is a ton to lose in a hack. Atomic is doing research here. They claim that less than 1% of monthly active users have been affected reported. I think that's probably because there's been an underreporting issue. It does seem like there are more. But anyways, this is risky stuff. When a wallet, we trust our wallets. We trust MetaMask. When those start to prove insecure, that's never a good thing. So we'll keep track of this and see how that plays out. And then lastly, OpenSea Pro announced that they're doing an upgrade here with proceeds-based listings. Basically, you say how much you wanna earn at the end, and they'll fill in the listing price based on, removing out the fees that you're going to have to pay. Nothing new. Blur has this, but, I guess just an upgrade for what Blur OpenSea Pro is trying to do. And lastly, let's talk about a few notable sales. A Spirit Azuki for 161 ETH. This is kind of around the range of the last sale. These are the last four. They've been at 161, 245, 187, and 189. So a little bit lower than the previous four sales, but still a nice sale there. I believe that Lugis was the buyer. Here we have a piece called Raindrop Serenade by Ilan Derech for 4 ETH. His work's so cool. Every image there is a GIF, and they all just fit together. He's really kind of carved out a very signature look for himself. Previous top sales were in this 3 to 3.5 ETH range, so this looks like one of the highest sales he's had before. I've met this guy. We spent a bunch of time in New York together. Really just a nice dude. On his profile, it says, slow down, breathe, and enjoy the fleeting seconds of life. He's a multimedia artist, photography specialist for Zeiss camera lenses. He lives in Tokyo, I believe, based in Mexico. What a guy, though. Awesome to see that sale. And then lastly, The Garage by Bastien, 3.5 ETH. Really cool art. We're seeing it with the GIFs. You see the motion here. This artist has had a few sales kind of in that 2 to 4.5 ETH range. So this falls right in the middle. All just really cool work. He says, I'm 27, I'm from Prague, and my art tries to connect adults with their playful, hopeful kid within, doing so using emotions of nostalgia, melancholy, and references to the turn of the century. And I think it does it. Those are the feelings I felt when I saw this art. So very cool stuff. Check it out. That is all from me today. I hope you had a great weekend. We'll be back tomorrow. Give us a like, subscribe, tell us what you think in the comments, and we'll talk to you soon. Have a great day.